everyone. So this reading is what Spirit wants to tell you, what your spiritual team, your spirit guides, ancestors, the higher ups, whatever you want to call them, what message do they have for you? So we have 3 piles and you can choose as many as you like. Timestamps will be down below, and for those who need a little more time, I will set a minute on the timer. Okay, everyone. See you in the next section. Bye. Hello, everyone. So here we are today, and this video is what are kind of like your spiritual team, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, whoever you feel. What is your, I'm going to call them the spiritual team because I like to think we have teams. So what is your spiritual team trying to tell you? What message do they want you to know right now? So here we have, first up, we have the Queen of Swords. And this is about independent, unbiased judgment, clear boundaries, direct communication. You are able to use your intellect and unbiased judgment while also remaining flexible and open to receive input from other sources. You lead from the head and not from the heart. You are able to discern situations without the influence of emotions or sentimentality. You prefer to know the how, what, why, where, and when, and who of everything to help you make sense of your environment and better understand others. You connect with other people through an intellectual understanding rather than an emotional one. You tell it like it is. Okay, then we have the 7 blessings of Eve, which is about a spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul in fulfilled, glorious manifestations. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. You have natural healing abilities. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. And then we have willpower. Okay, so then over here, let's see what you have over here. You have HDT. You have the month of August and January. You have the Stone of Accept and the Stone of Desire. And this one represents, this ruin represents success, vitality, good fortune, and popularity. The higher self, the spiritual will, enlightenment, and divine blessings. And then you also have the colors red, pink, orange, and the light purple. So, kind of put everything together. I feel like you're in a really good place. Like with this one, this is all about being independent and unbiased and direct communication. So you're very clear-headed at this moment. But you want to know, like if there's a situation, you kind of want to know all the details before you make a decision. And you like to understand people better. Like you're thorough. I think this is a card of being kind of like more thorough in your mind. Your thoughts are well connected. You're thinking things through. You're not just doing something for the sake of doing it. You're actually taking in consideration all the details. Is it worth doing? How will it, the steps going forward? Like you're thinking things through clearly, and you're weighing your decisions, or you're weighing the pros and cons. But within this is not you being very rigid. You're also taking in other people's input, which is important because sometimes people do see all the time things in a different way than we do, and it helps. It's very useful because they might recommend something or say something that you didn't know or you didn't realize or see it in a different way, and it's actually helping you move forward. Like you're using that to your advantage, which is very good and very important. And to me, this is saying that you're manifesting things. I think because you're taking this in, maybe some of this to me is like kind of intuitive stuff, like you're taking other things in consideration. And sometimes like I feel like we see and hear things when we need to see and hear things, and it could be something silly, it could be something you caught a clip of some show just randomly flipping through something, or you were somewhere and you overheard a little like conversation, and at that moment you didn't realize that maybe it'll fit in later, or maybe at that moment you realize, yes, that actually was something that you were thinking about, and now you're all of a sudden hearing somebody talk about it. So you're getting information from different places, and it might just be snippets here and there, but you're actually able to use that, and through that you're able to kind of manifest or better a situation going forward. So I think that this is saying that you're really having a lot of these, like, we'll call them intuitive downloads, or a lot of things from the higher ups are trying to help you work through or help you with. So I think this is really good. This is saying like your influence is stronger and further. So maybe a lot of people could be looking up to you because you're so level-headed in a sense. Maybe some people who are not really sure of like what's going on or how to think or feel about some things, maybe they see you and they feel that you kind of have a little bit more of a like a rational sense to it. So you could actually be helping people during this time with what you're saying to them. So you can be helping. They might trust your judgment or your guidance because they themselves are not entirely sure of how to think or feel about something, and they might rely on you because they know you have this rational head about you, and you see things from different angles, and you're accepting of different thought processes, and it's helping it. They might see you as somebody that they can trust as a good information source. So I think this is saying that, to others, you might not realize that you're actually not influencing in a bad way, but other people might be interested in what you say because of the way you are. So of the type of brain you have or the way you think or something. So I think that's what it's saying. Which is good. And the willpower, I think it could be going into, how is this going to fit? Let me think a second here. You know what? I think willpower, though, I think sometimes this could be, let's say if you're getting information from multiple different sources, let's say if this is about more like thinking or information, sometimes you have to kind of like sift through a lot to find what you feel might be the truth. So this could be the willpower saying that, you're kind of continuing to go, and you have willpower to kind of get information where you need to get it. And sometimes you have to kind of dig a little deeper. So that could be like the willpower for that. And staying positive, like maybe in a sense, if this is kind of a little bit more on the lines of helping other people out, maybe, or giving other people peace or something, like you have to have the willpower. This could be the willpower to do, if you need to, however it is, you might just need willpower. And you could be somebody else's stone in a sense, like somebody else's rock, because they see that you're determined, you feel, you believe in something, and in your heart also you believe in it, in your soul you just feel it's the right thing, and then you're having the willpower to go forth and do it, and then through that you're actually inspiring other people to continue with whatever it is that their feelings or beliefs. So this is the desire and the accept. I think go with that. And this one, he's a symbol of like good fortune, popularity. So it really could be people are really not, you're not influencing them in a negative way, but through what you're doing, you're kind of, in a sense, popular or good fortune. And maybe you're helping other people become a little more enlightened. So this is good. It's good. And helping them accept maybe something that they didn't understand. Because willpower goes with desire as well. So those two go together. So, okay. So I feel like that's your spirit guides are kind of just saying that, you're just helping. In a sense, I think that they're saying that you're helping people out by just being who you are. And that you are, you have a natural healing ability. And just kind of keep on keeping on. To me, that's kind of what this is going on, that you're helping other people for through who you are, or being able to be unbiased and finding out whatever you need to find. I think you're just being helpful to other people. So I think to me that's saying continue on, even if you find there's obstacles, continue forward because you're doing what you need to do. So let's see what energy blocks. I'm gonna pull a card and I'm going to read the reversal because this will be your energy block. Like what spirit is saying is like kind of might be kind of coming up as a block. So let's see what we get, group one. Oh, this one came right out. So you know what? You got two actually that came out. So let's take a look at both of them. So let's see what spirit is saying. So first let's do you got the third chakra, Archangel Shamal, and then you got the thinking man. So let's see what these are, because the swords is about thoughts, so that's very interesting. So let's see what these two are about. So I'm going to read the reversal of these two, and let me get this one over here. So we're going to start with 37, the third chakra. Okay, here it is. So this card covers emotions of desire, life force, energy. So let's see what he says in reversed as a block. When this card is reversed, it indicates a low ebb in your energy and possibly a lack of purpose. You may have been feeling very fragmented lately, unable to rein in your scattered focus. If this is the case, it is time to become more centered and single-minded. You can choose to bring a greater sense of enthusiasm to your everyday life. Call for assistance of Shamal to help you harness your power and spin this dynamic center of life force expression. Life force expression. Gather up and direct your life force energy and bring an attitude of enthusiasm to both your goal and your daily life. Now, the affirmation for this is, my third chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I radiate a bright and vibrant life force energy. I feel excitement for all that I do. Now, if this is about thoughts, he's kind of indicating a low ebb in energy, which really, a lot of times I think our energy can be low for many things, but it also can low when you feel depressed or anything. You kind of feel low. It makes you feel, when you're happy and you're thinking happy thoughts, you feel a little bit more energetic. You're a little more lively. You have a little more oomph. But so I definitely think this is something, because this is about thoughts and kind of the way. So yeah, so that's definitely, you might feel lack of purpose or fragmented. So just rein yourself in. So let's see what the thinking man, let's see what he says. Number 46 he is. Let's see what he says. Okay. And this one represents a male of wisdom or understanding. So in reverse, he says, the thinking man in this position could represent a male in authority who is not acting in your best interests. But this card reverse is more about you than about others in your life. This card in this position usually indicates that such a learning and growth are actually a part of your own path and you're not heeding the call. You may be destined to be a therapist, teacher, writer, publisher, psychic, or healer of some sort. Your soul longs to serve in this capacity, whether professionally or just in your personal life. But sometimes something seems to be blocking your way. But it's time to break through and move in this direction now. Remember, What you learn during your own growth, you'll be able to share with others, often, often aiding your own compassion and profound personal wisdom. The affirmation is, I am willing to learn new things. It is safe and comfortable for me to open up and share. I feel like this is going with this as well. So, because the swords are about thoughts, and so the willpower could be like you might need to be learning new things, or you might just need to continue on growing in your own personal path. So, yeah, I thought that was very good. Take it how it works for you. You know, everybody sees things a little differently. So then we're going to do your little flower. Okay, this one kind of like popped out a little sideways. So let's see what this one has to say. Foxglove, confidence, be what you want to see. Oh, I like that. So be the change you want to see in the world. So be what you want to see. So I like that. And have confidence in yourself. And I think that's important with this, because this is saying that, you know, you and what you say reach farther to people, or it affects people deeper than maybe somebody else. So have confidence in what you're saying or what you're doing, because it's definitely having like an effect, or a positive effect. I like to think things are positive. I like to think that you're having a positive effect on others. So, okay, so let's do your stone. Let's see what stone comes out for you. Oh, I just threw all of them, but this one jumped out. Okay. I'll get the rest later. Okay, hematite, ground yourself. So you might be having a period where you need to just ground yourself. So yeah, I definitely think that could be, especially with this one, if you feel a little bit like energetically drained, grounding yourself, it might be exactly what you need. So, and let's do your little wisdom, or not, your little inspirational quote. Okay, this one came out. Obstacles are opportunities in disguise. So there you go with that one. And then let's do your food fortune. What spirit of the dish will be with you this week? Okay. You got the squeeze. Maybe a little orange juice, vitamin C. Maybe this is saying you need a little vitamin C, you know, because if you're feeling a little bit drained, maybe Spirit is saying like make sure you're having some vitamin C to help you kind of boost yourself back up again. Have maybe a little lemon in a tea or something like that. So you got the squeeze. And then let's do... Did I do everything? No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Okay. So let's ask, what question for you, group 1? What question do you want to ask Spirit as far as like the answer to? Okay. Oh, mystical, magical April. What is the answer to group 1's question? It says, better not tell you now. I like to think that that means you have a nice surprise coming. I like to stay positive. I think that maybe that means, yeah, there's a nice surprise coming and you don't want to ruin the surprise too soon. So the 8 ball does not want to tell you because he doesn't want to ruin the surprise. So I'm staying positive, group 1. I'm staying positive. Okay, group 1, I hope you guys are doing very, very well. I hope you all have having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, group 2. So here we have, and this is like kind of what are your spiritual team, your spirit guides, your angels, ancestors, whoever you feel, the higher ups. What are they trying to tell you? What message are they trying to give you? So here we have the card, the 10 of Wands, which is about burdens, extra responsibility, hard work, and completion. You are taking on extra burdens, a heavier workload, or greater responsibility. Even though it's weighing you down and making things tougher for you, you understand it's only temporary. So you are willing to put in the hard work now to accomplish your goal and reap the rewards later. You could be unconsciously taking on extra responsibilities and finding yourself feeling weighted down, exhausted and burnt out. You may try to do everything at once, even though you know it's adding extra pressure to your daily life. The Ten of Wands asks you to stop and examine your current lifestyle or work. Assess which activities or tasks are urgent or important, particularly concerning your broader goals. This also represents the completion of a cycle. The end is in sight. Final steps to achieving your goals. Okay, so then your next card, you have Epsilon Modulation. Anyway, so this one is about gathering your energies and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms. Rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace with external cues, commit to your own natural timing and pace. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be a cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming or blaming. Embrace the spiritual beauty within. And then you have the card of animals. And then over here, you have OJ 2206. You have wealth, relax. This ruin symbolizes frustration, obstacles, imposed stress, stillness, initiation, appreciation of presence, acceptance, and surrender. You have Cancer, which is a water sign, and they're about nurturing, family, sensitive, emotional, moody, and psychic. You also have the month of May and April. And then you have gray and purple as your, maybe this is navy. No, to me, I think this is purple. To me, this looks purple, like the dark purple. Might look navy on the camera, but to me here it looks dark purple. But if you want it to be navy, you could have it be navy. So if you see it as navy, then it's navy to you. Okay, there we go. So here, let's see. Oh, okay, so this card, you're taking on a lot. Like, you have a lot on your plate right now. This is a card of, like, you kind of have a lot going on. But with this card, the end is always in sight. So even though you're kind of dredging and you're carrying all this weight, you know that there's an end game, there's a goal, and you're almost there. Like, you could see it on the horizon. You're almost there. You just got to go a little further. So this is a card of having burdens, but almost like calculated burdens in a sense. Like burdens that you know will get you to a better place, or that you'll be able to put down eventually. Like, so you're kind of getting through, you're trudging through it. You're like, oh, this sucks. But you know, you're like, oh, once I get there, once I get home, once I get to the village, I could put all these sticks down and you can rest then. So that's what that card's about. So then this one, I think this is saying you have all these burdens, but gather your energies. This is all about regeneration. So gather your energies and go within to regenerate. I think this is saying that you might need to take a break. Like, you might need to put some of the sticks down if you can. Sit down for a minute, take a break to regenerate. This is about, like, rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace with the external cues, commit to your own natural timing and pace. So to me, this is about, like, you might feel like you have to carry these sticks or carry whatever. You might have like a deadline almost, but it might be a deadline that you've created for yourself. So instead of, and not an actual, like, yes, it has to be done exactly on this, like, a designated deadline. It might be one like, okay, well, I want to get this done by this date. You put it on yourself. But this is saying that you really probably are burning yourself out because you have a lot on your plate. So if you can kind of take some time, regenerate yourself, maybe push the deadline if it's a deadline that's able to be pushed. You might have to push it back a little bit, and might have to accept that. Sometimes things happen like that. Kind of push it back. You're going to get the sticks. You're going to carry the sticks to where you got to go. It's just, if you get there a little later, you get there a little later. Sometimes you have to kind of like regenerate yourself because you don't want to burn yourself out. So I think that's what that's saying, that you might have to just walk the pace with all these sticks, all these burdens, but you might have to walk it a little slower or a little in a different way so you can carry everything and get to where you need to go without dropping anything, if that makes any sense. So you might have to be a little bit more paced out. So I think that's what really saying. Go to your own natural timing. So, and over here with the wealth stone, I feel like this is saying that there's wealth and abundance is in sight. This could be financial wealth, but this also could be like different types of wealth. So, wealth of knowledge. You could be going to school, and the wealth in that situation will be you gaining knowledge or something that makes you happy or something that's useful for you in the future. So it could be a different type of like wealth. It doesn't have to always just be financial. Wealth can be really seen. Wealth really is, I think, an individual concept. It doesn't always have to be financial. It could be financial for you, but wealth could be like, you could see wealth as like having a good family dynamic. So it's really something that's really per person or per situation. But I think this is with the relaxed card, with the relaxed stone, I think this is definitely saying take some time for yourself. And the animals, well, let me get this one is about frustrations, obstacles, and imposed rest and stillness. So initiation, appreciation of the presence, acceptance, and surrender. So I think this could be saying, like with this right here, you might need to take a break. You might need to sit down for a minute. You've been carrying all these burdens. You might need like a little time to just kind of have a little pause in that if you can. And then so it regenerates you to kind of carry this forward. So to continue your path with all this stuff. Sometimes you have a little bit of a pause and it really does wonders for you. So I think that's kind of what it's saying. Like you are risking potentially burning yourself out. I think Spirit's saying like take a moment for yourself, relax. With the animals card, this is how I see this. I think sometimes we can find enjoyment. I love animals. And I think sometimes I could be like super frustrated about something and they'll be like hanging out with my cat. Or she'll like hang out with me because she just hangs out with me. And she gives me that time and she makes me see that sometimes things that I think are so important are not necessarily like as important, I guess, because it's not really important to her. She just wants to eat, sleep, and be happy and just like hang out and play and just do whatever. She's not worried about anything else. She doesn't care. Like she's just like whatever. She wants to watch the birds. She wants to do her own thing. That's what she's so nosy. She kind of goes from window to window and she actually props herself up. I have baseboard heating in this house and she actually props herself up on two legs on the baseboard heating and peeks out the window with her paws. She'll kind of grab on to the windowsill and she peeks out. So that's what she's concerned about. And if I don't open the blinds in the back of the house quick enough in the morning, she will pull the blinds down. She kind of pushes the blinds down because she wants to watch what she wants to watch when she wants to watch. That's what she's concerned about. And I always find it so silly because I'll be concerned about something. And of course I'm concerned about legitimate things. But my cat is just concerned about what's going on, what birds are doing what. And that's it, she's a little character, but I find she gives me peace. Like she kind of makes me take a step back a little bit. So, and realize that sometimes there's more to life than just everything that we are always going towards. It kind of gives you a step back to enjoy the little things in a sense and enjoy the beings that are with you. So you might take solace in, if you have a pet, you might just enjoy that. Even with this plant here, this little guy started getting into succulents. And I got this one and he was smaller. He needs to be watered, but you don't want to overwater these things. I'm still learning. I'm still new to the plant world, so I'm still learning, but he needs to be watered. But I came home one day and he was blooming and I was like, is he blooming? Because I know some of these are they need specific conditions in order to bloom, and I'm not entirely sure if this species of plant is like that, but I have other plants that need very, very specific conditions to bloom, and I was so impressed that he's just blooming on his own, and it makes me so happy every time I come home now and because like you can see the blooms open and then they close and they open and they close, and I just think that's the coolest thing. I've never really had plants before, and now I'm like, oh, all into these plants. But it's so amazing how throughout the day they'll just open and close. So it's little things like that. I'll be stressed out about something, but then I'll like see my plant and he's just focused on what he's doing. He's just opening and closing the little flower, and he's just doing his own thing. So sometimes it's like moments like that help me stop stressing or take a step back, and it's almost refreshing in a sense. So you might just need to focus on, with this animals card, to me it says maybe just focus on the little things. Maybe you have a pet, focus on the pet a little bit more. Or if your pet is a plant, your little friends are plants. You have plant friends, like I have plant friends now. Maybe take time and watch what they're doing, because it's amazing every day. The plants, they're all in now because it's winter here, and I'm doing what I can with the grow lights, but every day, like maybe one of the plants has like a new little leaf growing, and it's incredible to see how they change day to day. And when I think, how were they 3 months ago? It's incredible. It's just so incredible. And you don't see them changing, but in hindsight, you look back and you're like, oh, that leaf wasn't that big 3 months ago. But you might see that leaf like every day, and it's a little leaf, and then all of a sudden a couple weeks go by, and now it's a big leaf. And it's incredible just to know that that's happening, and they have their little, they're doing stuff. They're doing their own things. But it might give you some to take a step back. I think this is what's saying. You have a lot of burdens. There's a lot of stress going on. Take a step back. Maybe look at the littler things in life, and try to get some like grounding a little bit. To me, that's what this is saying. So, because Cancer is about nurturing, family, sensitive, emotional, moody, and psychic. Where's the little Cancer guy? So it's about nurturing. This could be about family too. Like, maybe take some time. Family is a positive entity in your life, because I know not everybody's family is positive, but if family gives you a little bit of that relaxation, maybe do something with the family. So, okay, so you know what we're going to do next? We are going to see what energy is, I'm going to read this as the reverse. So these are like energy cards. I'm going to see what energy is kind of your obstacle or blocking you. So we're going to find out. I'm going to read the reversal of these. What energies block in group 2? Okay, group 2. Okay, storm warning. Let's see what that has to say. So it's number 10. Okay, so this is about clouds on the horizon. Okay, now in the reverse, this card reversed indicates that the dark times are behind you. Okay, so this is good. So in a way, this is maybe this is what's clearing up. So let's see. This card reverse indicates that the dark times are behind you, or at least beginning to fall away. You can take heart that sunny skies and better times are on the horizon. This new light may bring a time of reassessment and redirection for you. Let yourself consider where you want to go next. Also spend some time reflecting on the difficulty that has passed. What was the lesson for you? Whether it is about self-love or empowerment, remember to bring these intentions and the lessons learned into your bright new path. Now, the affirmation for this card is, I have the power to overcome any obstacles, no matter what is going on. I can be strong, confident, and self-directed. So I think this is saying that because here's all the storm clouds on this card, right? He's like, oh, he's bringing all these things over. But the light is on the horizon. So I think this is saying that you have all these burdens. You're kind of going through a dark time maybe, but you're almost through it. Like, this is saying that the storm is clearing up. You see the light ahead of you. So this is so fitting for this group too. So I just think just continue to work on yourself, or like take time to kind of like gain your energy, because you're almost through it. I think that's what that's saying. That's really, really nice. So let's see what crystal comes up for you guys. Oh, this one came out right away. Okay, so aragonite, release your emotional baggage. So this could be some emotional burdens too. It doesn't have to necessarily just be like physical stuff, or not physical stuff, like to do kind of stuff. It could be some emotional burdens mixed in. So it's time to release maybe some emotional things to move forward. Okay, so let's do your flower. Let's see what flower comes out for you guys today. Okay, you got gardenia, awareness, wake up, roll the clouds away and look. Wake up, roll the clouds away and look. So this is talking about clouds as well. So I think this means that maybe this is indicating that some of these these things, if it's emotional and clouds, maybe some of them are kind of almost self-imposed stuff, because sometimes we do that. Sometimes it's not like external clouds. We have clouds in our mind that are holding us down. But I think this is saying that you might be, maybe it's time to see if there's anything that you can kind of like, if it's not an external cloud, maybe it's something that you're doing to yourself, and it's time to just like clear that away, clear the emotional baggage, and then see the sunnier times, you know, turn that frown upside down type of thing. So, and let's do your quote. Okay. Never put the key to your happiness in somebody else's pocket. That is so fitting. That is so fitting. Okay, and then let's do your food fortune. What spirit of the dish shall be with you this week, group 2? Oh, you got right away. Hold on. This one jumped out. The golden ball. You got the falafel. So the spirit of the falafel will be with you. And then, so here now, let's ask the magic 8 ball. Think of a question, and we shall ask the magic 8 ball the answer. Okay, here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8 ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls. What is the answer to group 2's question? Cannot predict now. So he's saying cannot predict now. So maybe he doesn't have all the answers yet. Maybe he doesn't really know. So with time, the answer will come. So, okay, group 2. That's what I'm getting from, like, I think what your spirit guides are telling you. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing really, really well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, group 3. So here we have today for what your spirit guides, your spiritual team, your ancestors, the higher ups, whatever you want to call them, what kind of message do they want you to know right now? So you first up, we have the 2 of Cups. Now, the 2 of Cups is about unified love, partnership, and mutual attraction. It says creating deep connections and partnerships based on shared values, compassion, and unconditional love. The relationship may be in the early stages, but it has a lot of potential to grow and develop into something deeply fulfilling and rewarding in the long term. So it's about new partnerships, loves, friendships, or business partnerships, both focused on creating a relationship that is mutually beneficial and seeing eye to eye. So then you have Beta of Spirit Wolf. This says, give yourself enough rest. Only then will you be able to ground yourself enough to cultivate focus and motivation to fulfill your path. You will find a way through any tricky situations as you tune into your instincts and trust your own timing. From times of change and uncertainty comes confidence, love, and resilience. Embrace transition, commit to your tasks, and stay focused but flexible in your approach. You have the skills to intuitively handle any issues. And then you have the card of forgiveness. And over here, you have RUKQP. You have the numbers 860, the months of March and November. You have the Trust Stone, and you have the Believe Stone. And this ruin is about victory, honor, justice, law, balance, self-sacrifice, and righteousness. And then you have the colors brown, green, and red. Okay, so kind of mushing everything together, I think Spirit is trying to tell you that you have something good going on with somebody else right now. Whatever type of partnership, it's good and it's mutually beneficial. You guys get along, things are working well, which is good. But you could be maybe working yourself a little harder, and it says you might need some time to rest. So this card is also about a bit committing to your tasks and stay focused, but be flexible in your approach. You have the skills to intuitively handle any issues. So, and this one being about forgiveness, I wonder if this person, even though they are beneficial, I wonder if they kind of burned you a little bit in the past. Maybe something kind of came up where, I don't want to say some shady business, but they could have done something that you were a little bit cranky with, you didn't really agree with. Maybe they didn't intend it to be ill-willed. It's just, sometimes people make decisions and sometimes those decisions aren't the best decisions. So the person is probably still good for you, but they might have done something that you didn't particularly like, but you might, I don't think it was something that was like so super bad, but you might have to like forgive them and move forward. So, and I think with this one, this is saying like be flexible. So I think this is kind of saying give this person, maybe give them a second chance, and trust your intuition. Of course, you should always trust your intuition. If your intuition is saying absolutely do not give this person a second chance, then you got to trust your intuition. But in the event that kind of intuitively feel that maybe, yeah, kind of like upset you with this person, but maybe through forgiveness and your intuition is saying, okay, you know what, I'm gonna let this one slide. I'm gonna watch them. They better not do it again. But because you got the trust and believe here, so I think this is all about like maybe giving this person trust again and believing like what your intuition is telling you. And see, this one is about victory, honor, justice, law, balance, self-sacrifice, and righteousness. So I think like this could be saying that I don't know if maybe that you came out almost like victorious or you were right. It could be like you were right. You knew you were right. Um they knew they were wrong, and maybe they are actually apologizing to you, and that's what could be going on is like an apology is in order. They're giving you the apology and they're asking you to like forgive them, and this is about your intuition, trusting in your intuition and everything. So yeah, so you gotta, in these type of situations, you kind of have to like take what you feel, but I do believe that this is about some kind of partnership, whatever that is in your life. So that's that. So let's ask what your this is going to be, I'm going to ask these energy cards, like what is your block? So I'm going to read them in reverse. So we're going to see what your block is for this situation. What spirit wants to say is kind of like what's blocking you or your obstacle. Ooh, man holding a heart. Let's see what this man holding this heart has to say. So this could be in love. Let me just double check. Okay, what is that, 45? Let me take a look at number 45. Let's see. Okay, so this card represents man dealing with family, love, or emotions. Okay, in the reverse. When this card is reversed, it could indicate a disconnect or even total shutdown regarding your emotional life. It is time to open up and know that you can handle deep emotions and the energy they bring up. Whether it's anger, grief, or utter bliss, you can be comfortable in their experience and their expression. The man holding a heart reversed can also indicate a difficult connection or even relationship with a man who may be easy to anger, deceitful, or quick to criticize. His behavior could be attributed to fear and self-doubt, yet he would never admit it. You deserve honoring in any relationship, so set some boundaries and don't buy into this emotional chaos. Your soul longs for emotional peace. Okay. So affirmation, I am comfortable with all of my emotions. I honor and express them in appropriate ways. I feel peace. So I really think that this could be due to like a love situation. So maybe they did something and they want your forgiveness. And their block is that they're kind of, I think this is definitely kind of more of like a love. Hold on a second here. What was that man holding a heart again? Let me see here a second here. Yeah, I definitely feel like they might have they did something. And really, honestly, you need to know, trust your intuition, whether you should trust and take them back or forgive them. I think that's really going to be, your intuition's going to hold the answer to that. You know, you got to trust your gut in that. So, and believe in yourself to trust yourself to make the right decision. Yeah, because I think there was some shenanigans, whatever those shenanigans might have been. You got to think for yourself if you want to put up with that. But I like to think that this is trying to say that they might have screwed up, but maybe they realize they screwed up, and hopefully they're not going to do it again. So, and they want your forgiveness because they really do care about you, and they just really, they feel bad that they kind of did whatever that could be. So let's go on and let's see your stone. Let's see what stone you got. Oh, this one? Oh, you got sunstone. Take pleasure in the things you do. Oh, so that's nice. I think that's positive. Sunstone is always very nice. And let's see what flower. What's your flower? I think this one wants to come out. Okay. Naturism, grounding. The beginning is where you need to be. So I think this could say you got to maybe take some time to like recenter yourself. Like this was about resting. So you might need to ground yourself to get like that right answer of how to deal with this situation. You might need to just like take a little time to figure it out or kind of digest everything. So let's see what your inspirational quote will be. Oh, this is nice. Find your peace and then everything will fall into place. I think that's very fitting. So I think you need to ground yourself and focus on yourself, and then everything is going to fall into place. I think that's good advice. And let's see what your food fortune, what spirit of the dish will be with you. What is spirit of the dish's spirit trying to tell you is with you. Let's find out. Okay, this one came out. The Forever Golden. It's the onion rings, the French fries, the little tater tots. So you have the spirit of the Forever Golden with you. And let's see. Okay. And then we're going to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question, and we're going to answer for you. So, oh, mystical magical 8 Ball, what is the answer to Group 3's question? Signs point to yes. So there you go, Group 3. Signs point to yes for you guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope you are doing very, very well. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.